This is called a smart board, and it's an interactive whiteboard. The first thing that means is that you can control any program on the computer simply using your finger as your mouse. So you can see here that I can scroll through any of my programs and open up any program that I have running on my computer and display it on the interactive whiteboard. So for example, I could open PowerPoint. The next benefit is the ability to be able to use software that comes with the screen, which is called Meeting Pro, to be able to write and record handwritten notes. You can bring up as many new pages as you like. Change the colour of pen. And then click on any of your ideas to be able to move them around the screen, resize them, or even drag and move them back onto a previous page. There's no limitation to the number of pages you can insert, and at the end of your meeting you can just simply click on the File menu, Send To, and send it as a mail attachment directly into a PDF or a PowerPoint presentation, and email it to all your meeting participants. So here we are, straight into Outlook, send it to all your participants. The next way that you can start to use the system is with your existing programs on your computer. And I've already mentioned PowerPoint, so I'm going to go and open up a PowerPoint presentation now. As you can see, I can control my PowerPoint presentation using the on-screen floating toolbar, which has forwards and backwards arrows. And these are some of the ways that we find businesses are currently working in their meeting room spaces, using flip charts, post-it notes, etc. The interactive whiteboard gives the facility to be able to turn your meeting spaces into this type of environment. Now if I wanted to add any notes, so for example in here I'm posing a question to the people that I'm talking to, I can either start to write my notes directly over the top of the slide, or if I want to, I can insert a new page. Still staying in PowerPoint, but now start to actually write up my notes with my challenges. And all of these notes are still in PowerPoint. So if I go on to my next slide, I can come back and refer to my previous page. When I exit the slideshow, I have the option to save my notes directly into PowerPoint. So all of those notes can be kept, recorded, and again emailed to the participants. The third way that you could use it is to actually take a capture of your existing information. So for example, if I went onto the internet, here I've actually got a website that's already open, but I could quickly go and find maybe a new website. Bring up an on-screen keyboard so I don't lose the continuity of my meeting. And instead of having to actually work within the internet where you can write your handwritten notes but you can't save them directly into the website because obviously it's not your website to write into, instead I could take a capture from the capture toolbar at the side, and that information is taken back into my whiteboard, where instead of working on the internet, I can use these notes or this information from my map to expand upon the notes that I've got written on the screen. I can refer back to those, move the notes around afterwards, resize them, and if I wanted to I could even formalize the notes by converting to text. If you'd like to find out more about how these products could benefit your business, come and talk to us at Smarter Interactive. We'll be happy to help.